Right, welcome to episode 126 on SEO Talk Spaces. An interesting topic today, which many of us are keen to understand little more because the way SEO performed, the way SEO has been going on, has changed a lot, right? Whatever worked or what I call was a single lane kind of offerings where you probably uh, bought a domain, wrote some content, optimized it, published it, then you built some links over it, and you had rankings. But today, the world is entirely different, right? It does not really depend on have you optimized it or have you got any backlinks. It does not matter because discovery today is happening across platforms, right? You just don't rely on the plain old Google to search for information. You probably are doing searches on LLMs, you are probably searching on social platforms, you're even searching on marketplaces. And for that, the way SEO happens or the way SEO used to happen, all the activities that used to happen for an SEO professional changes the game a lot. Right? Today, you just don't optimize content. You look at content, figure out, okay, is it discoverable? Is it aligning to certain way that it should appear on the platforms of your choice? It also depends on the UX. It also depends on your brand mentions. And that is where we were going to, or we are going to, say, throw up some of the information. And I know we are waiting for my co-host to come in, and he is getting little delayed, but I can, or rather, we can get started. So, if anyone wants to come in, join the conversation, just let me know. I have already sent an invite to Deepak. And yeah, Rohit, you are also there. So if you want to join the conversation, start the thought process, we'll be glad to have you here. But again, like I was talking, the entire discovery part for a brand is getting fragmented. We have been, uh, say, talking about it like a broken record over last few weeks. Okay, I have Parth here. Good to see you, man. Right, we have just gotten started, and okay, there you go. So yeah, like I was talking, we have been around like a broken record, talking about how discovery is fragmented, how there is no single surface these days. You have discoveries happening across platforms. Uh, we don't really talk about rankings now, but we talk about getting discovered or even getting represented, right? So, and pages have kind of moved on to chunks of information, right? So, how some of your content is so unlike earlier where your page used to get discovered, now your content or piece of content is getting discovered. So, the way we used to do it, a lot is changing. I will take a pause. Welcome, Paths. Good to see you. I just started laying down some of the context of the entire conversation and all the things we discussed today uh, offline here, right here. So we can get started whenever you are. Right. So let me start with the opening thing because we talked about rather SEO. I'll go on the title itself, right? So it's like when we say SEO is no longer a single discipline. Uh, what makes it very obvious at this point of time, in your opinion?
Oh, that's a great question to kick off today's session. For me personally, I think so. SEO stopped being SEO as a single discipline when um, doing everything correct from an SEO playbook still didn't guarantee visibility. So pages were technically sound, content was solid, and yet the traffic uh, kind of started plummeting. The traffic was declining, and the demand for brand mentions and uh, was going higher, considering the AI answers are influenced by brand mentions and citations and social media feeds and the overall zero click experience. So that's when it became obvious. I would say that was um, it was end of 2024 when I figured this out, like probably third or fourth quarter of 2024, that it wasn't just SEO is no more about optimizing pages anymore. It was about how systems kind of interpret, summarize, and recommend brands, not just any individual page from a website.
A fantastic way to put it, right? And yes, most of us kind of, or whoever has been around for a while could see some of the changes coming in. But I guess we never anticipated uh, some of those changes to come in so fast, right? And when I mean so fast, is like no one anticipated AI as a technology becoming so much democratic and available to uh, anyone across the globe, right? So today, anyone can leverage a Gemini or a Chat GPT or anything of that sort, uh, and leverage the power of information which those LLMs have gained. So, uh, while that shift is happening, and while that shift has happened very fast, in your opinion, what were some of those key drivers? Was it just this democratization of technology, or was there something else also?
That's a great follow-up question. Uh, um, I would say this particular shift uh, didn't happen because SEO failed, but it happened because I think so. Search engine changed its shape and the behavior of using search changed. Um, I think so. Discovery moved from a single results page to multiple interfaces. Whether it's multiple interfaces on a search engine results page or multiple different platforms as well, because we started a lot of consuming a lot of informational content through short form snackable biteable content on YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, and TikTok as well, if we are talking about around the world. uh, Now the other interfaces are some of those where we as SEOs don't have direct control. So it's like SEO didn't get bloated, it expanded to keep up. And we as SEO kind of um, we are not good at like still judging SEO with all success models, while the ecosystem has already moved on quite a bit. So yeah, but happy to know like what are the thoughts from Ashish and Rohit and Joseph. Hey Joseph, welcome to SEO Talk.
Perfect. Deepak, you want to add something? What was the criteria? Is SEO failed or? What what is your
Uh, Thank you, Larbai, for asking this question. And I would agree with what Parth said. SEOs actually didn't fail. Uh, AI evolved so fast that we were not ready for it. Like when chatbots were built, like when the first version of ChatGPT came, it was just like, okay, there is a chatbot that you can have a conversation with, or write a few chunks of content with it, but that was not up to the mark. And at the back end, it was getting trained on our data that we were not aware of. Okay, like it was trained on data of 2019 and we were in 2021, so we were not able to control what was the parameters that these LLMs were trained on. So I won't say that we as SEO failed or SEO as strategy failed, but it evolved so fast, and the adoption rate was so high that we could not figure out that, okay, so soon people will start using LLMs for daily life, for finding products. So yeah, it is our transition period. We would get to know what to do with it, but I won't say it is a failure of SEO.
a fair point, and that also brings me to my next question, which is in terms of the entire visibility part of it and the ranking part. Because see, as SEOs, right, we have been trained to, and then that's rather the goal of every SEOs, right? How to get your content discovered or visible. But now with multiple platforms, right, where discovery is happening, what do we mean by visibility now? Is it just say getting a brand name, or what are the other stuff that you are looking at? And then the second point is also, is ranking still a metric that we should be looking at, or is it getting misleading? Parth?
Yeah, yeah. So I think so. The visibility until 2023 or until middle of 2024, it clearly meant ranking number one gives you the best visibility. But post that, since last 18 months, I don't think so. That's true. Um, Visibility no longer means ranking number one on ACRP. Um, Rather, it means being present when a decision is being formed. Even if there is no click, if a brand is being cited, recommended, explained correctly, or remembered. Now, remembered comes when there's a lot of branding efforts already put in. That is the new definition of visibility. So, SEO today is less about traffic capture and more about influence at the moment of intent, regardless of the surface it appears on. So, yeah, I think so. It's pretty straightforward that the brands were doing SEO. Uh, if they invested really well on their branding part of things, communication, messaging, putting things in place like PR and all of that, it would be easy for them to transition from uh, regular SEO playbooks to the new visibility frameworks. Having said that, SEO playbooks are still there. It's still working. So yeah, yeah, Deepak, please go ahead.
Actually, I want to ask a question here. Uh, Anyone working on Indian projects and trying to get paid media PR?
We do a lot of media here. Good.
Someone said that Indian PR agencies are not accepting PRPs right now because there are a lot of indexing issues in place.
Not that I have heard about anything, because, like, for me, every day we've been talking to, say, publications, and no one has stopped accepting any stories so far, right? Unless
Okay.
it's a tier two, tier three who's doing it just for, yeah, for their own street purposes. Right. Because I know there are publishers who run tons of ads on their platform, and that's their only business model, right? I wouldn't name them.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is something. So unless it's some kind of those kind of publications, uh,
PR farms.
yeah, yeah, that's what I did not want to say something explicitly, but yeah. Okay. But on the other side of the thing, I also wanted to chip in with that. Are we also talking about citations in the same way as say rankings, or not rather rankings, but also from a visibility point of view, right? Citations on LLM specifically. So is that also a KPI that should be tracked, or it that is also a misleading one?
Uh, I would like to add here that SERPs are still there. Like if you rank on position one, there are still benefits of it. Apart from, of course, like it also increases your chance to be visual in AI overviews. So yeah, I would say that ranking number one is still a factor in the game. Second point, we actually I have said this before as well, that we actually can't know what users are searching. So tracking through any tools or even manually doesn't uh, give you that real insight that we get from SERP's tracking, like Search Console or combined with Google Analytics. So tracking your um, brand mentions is really difficult organically. First thing, and second thing is if we really want to track anything, that okay, are we getting any citation in LLMs? The only way is to uh, calculate that or track that is, are we getting uh, traffic from ChatGPT or any LLMs, or when you ask your user to register, ask where did you hear about us. So if they say ChatGPT, then we are on the right track.
Fantastic point, Parth. You want to add something on the citations
Yeah,
part, rather?
yeah, I would say yeah, citations are misleading for sure. I would say not citations, sorry, rankings are misleading for sure at this point in time. But having said that, rankings are still useful, um, but they can be only used as an indicator or as diagnostics, not as a success metric, I would say. Um, it gives us an indication that if the systems can understand and retrieve your content, but they no longer tell the story of impact, because it's rankings doesn't articulate into traffic or revenue anymore, which it used to do 2 years ago. So in this day and age, in 2026 and beyond, like, treating rankings as the outcome, it's the most comforting thing actually, but it's misleading, I would say. And the visibility uh, has changed everything, and it happens well before, and it happens outside of the SERP world. So yeah, we need to be mindful of those comfort metrics versus success metrics versus what's working right now.
Nice point. But again, I'll go on the other side of the table and see, if what if the customers are kind of demanding it, right? So are we still going back to them and saying, okay, no, boss, understand you are still ranking better on a search engine, and your discovery on LLMs will come shortly if it has not come so far. And even if it has come so far, right, it is more like a brand mention for something else. Uh, how are we convincing? Because I'm sure a lot of us are facing that same question from our customers, boss, that everyone is searching for from LLMs, right? Why am I not visible on ChatGPT? Yeah, Parth.
Yeah, to answer to that, so whosoever is reaching out to any SEOs, like, why do I need to invest in SEOs? We have these tactics, we can do visibility, we can do AI, we can do digital PR, blah blah blah. But we still need to have content on the pages. We still need to be up there with good technical SEO. The content is scrollable. It's not JavaScript rendered and all of that. Now consider that a brand is ranking in top three, doing really well in SEO. 80% of the markers, like, it's all ticked off green. What if they stop doing SEO? What if they stop doing the traditional SEO playbook? 6 months down the line, the pages are same. The content is not refreshed. The visibility that is picked up based on the content refresh factors is getting affected. And now there are a lot of other factors like content freshness. Then there are UI UX signals. Then there are a bunch of other things that we need to keep up with, because again, it's about interactivity. It's about engaging on those particular landing pages, even if the target audience is getting to the landing page through SERP or through citations on the mentions on the AI answers. You still need to keep those target audience engaged on your content. How will these trackers get to know that your content is engaging enough, until unless, like, you have everything in place which is consumable? Because the trends are changing really fast. Like, earlier, if you were attaching traditional YouTube videos, now you need to attach YouTube Shorts, because no one would scroll 20 minutes video. You need to embed those. So you will have to upgrade it a lot of different factors. So yeah, that's my bit.
Deepak, any thoughts from your side? Or again, Ashish, Rohit, if you want to uh, come and share your thought, please let us know. Yeah, sorry, Deepak, if you want to go ahead, next 10 seconds. Yeah,
No, no, completely aligned with Parth.
okay, cool, fantastic. So, Uh, Very nice subject part you touched upon, and because it kind of aligns very closely with the next question. And the reason for that is there is a lot of intersection that is happening, or rather overlaps that are happening as SEO and SEO professionals in terms of whom you deal with, right? So is it brand, PR, UX, content, right? Uh, how do you see this overlaps as, right? Is it creating some kind of friction, or do you think that these guys have to be working as a team? Because, like we mentioned, the subject of the conversation is SEO cannot be a single discipline.
So, I think so. Back in the day, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, pre-COVID era, SEO was never about doing it once. It was always about, it's not about like you're ranking number one today or for a week or for a month and you stop doing SEO. It's all about putting in efforts and maintaining those results, um, feeding those algorithms, and making sure that you are experimenting more than your competitor in a good way. And yeah, you have your levers to pull off your traffic and revenue, because at the end of the day, uh, for any of the updates, if your traffic plummets, uh, you need to pull off your secret levers to make sure that you get enough traffic and you get enough conversion from that traffic. So now the basic hygiene SEO is required week over week, quarter over quarter. So there's no doubt about it. Having said that, there are new disciplines coming up. Um, those listicles working around, those PRs, and then there were a couple of other gray head things mentioned by a couple of other joinees who joined us last week or a couple of weeks ago. The listicles are working, the PBN are working. The problem with PBN was you were linking too many websites, and the whole network of those sites were revealed if you are not smart enough. But now it's not the case because you are just um, citing, you are not linking, interlinking any websites or any stuff. So yeah, I would say listicles, I think so. Routers is getting um, popular in a good way or bad way. I don't know, but yeah, people are publishing a lot of listicles on that particular PR site. So yeah, there are smaller tactics as well, and which is helping you gain that visibility. At the same time, it's a long term effort to put in for sure. It's not a short term thing. Like you have to keep on doing a lot of right things with respect to PR, with respect to EAT, with respect to overall other social signals. If Reddit is working, go for it. Go for it. Like create a playbook and then make sure that 2 years down the line you are ahead of your competition with respect to Reddit, with respect to other communities. Like yeah. So yeah, happy to know other if anyone has any thoughts.
Nah, perfect. So we have Reddit ka Badshah in Deepak right here. So uh, I know he has good playbooks around it. But just one quick follow up before Deepak wants to jump in terms of uh, are we as SEO professionals doing lot more experimentations right now compared to what probably we are doing a year or 2 years back? Because a year or 2 years back we had a set playbook, right? And like you mentioned, right, that if a certain tactic is not working, we had say one or two more tactics under our sleeves which we could use to do those activities, right? uh, Instead of that, probably last 1 year or so, because of the way it is changing, I feel there is a lot more experimentation, but is that only my feeling, or is it something all of us are doing also?
Okay. Uh, that's a good question. That brings me to a new thought. Look, earlier when we were doing traditional SEO playbooks, SERP rankings, all of that, we had only one playground, and that was our website. And there were brands who were misguided by SEO agencies or freelancers or whatever, whoever, and they risked their own property. But now, because it has got multiple surfaces, multiple platforms, so yeah, if you are experimenting for your brand on Reddit, that's about it. Like, you'll not succeed on Reddit. And even if you failed on Reddit, like, that's not going to affect your main asset, that's your website. So there are a lot of external factors that you can experiment without worrying, for sure. uh, just digital PR is one thing where I would just give a heads up that it's a two-way sword. Like, if any campaign goes negative, that would be, yeah, you would get then you might have to go for reputation management, something like that. So yeah, so yeah, experimentation outside the main asset is risk free, and yeah, it's flexible.
So basically, none of us want an indigo moment with our brand. Okay, Deepak, any quick thought on it in terms of overlaps? Do you see overlaps happening and experimentations also happening more?
Yeah, the change is happening so fast that we must experiment. We are forced to experiment. We cannot sit idle. So experiments are there in place, but as Parth said, there are a lot of levels to play. So we are kind of safe in experimentation, uh, and people are doing Reddit PR. Like, there are people who are offering Reddit PR as service. So this is also going on, and yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Ashish, Rohit, I know you probably don't want to come on the stage and speak, but quick show of hand in terms of, are you doing more experimentations right now? Just a quick thumbs up will also give help me understand it's the same thought, right? Okay. Well, did you respond to it? Yes, Deepak, please.
Actually, I want to add one thing that many SEO agencies or senior management level people mistake as SEO work, like that we talked about recently, PRs and other aspect of social media content. So these are things that affect SEO, but these are not things of SEO. Like, these things don't come under SEO work or SEO person responsibility, KRA. So we must figure out that we don't mix these things.
Nice one. And that was kind of coming on the next question in terms of the responsibilities also. So, are we as SEOs owning the brand representations within AI or discovery within AI? Where does some of those responsibility actually sit, right? Because there's a lot of concurrence happening with SEO roles right now. Path, you want to pick up?
Yes, I was a little away from my
No, no, no.
call. So
Yeah,
can you please repeat?
yeah. The question was around the roles, right? So,
Okay.
are SEOs starting to own the brand representation on AI tool,
Okay.
or
Mhm.
should that be a separate responsibility?
Interesting one. Think so. Branding should be owned um, across the board, starting from the smallest employee to the CXOs, the owners, and things are SEO shouldn't only like own the responsibility of brand representation. Um, but as an SEO, we must own the retrieval lens, like how can be brand perceived and how can brand help in SEO. So for sure, we are well aware that branding and PR shape the narrative, and SEO ensures that the narrative is machine readable. So we need to make sure that the narrative is consistent and it's aligned with the current trends. And I would say without that layer, brands risk being misinterpreted even when their messaging is strong. Because if it's not machine interpretable, or it's not consumable, or it's not well connected with the SEO playbook in place, it's going to not get the right potential out there.
So, if I to use your term and take it to the next question, it was also coming up in terms of uh, say the content optimization part, right, or the page structure part, right? Because what we are talking about, or what we have started talking about today, is more about chunk based optimization or passage level optimization. So is that entire, say, rewriting or structuring of the pages, etc., also changing? Because again, it ties down back to the role of the SEO professions, that how is that entire thing shaping up, because brand getting discovered through passage level content, etc., becomes uh, kind of intriguing, right? So what are your thoughts? Are we getting it wrong at that point, that this is something not happening, or not a responsibility of SEO?
Yeah, all the SEO folks out there are like underestimating uh, passage level content optimization. Uh, like we used to underestimate the power of internal links, somewhat similar to that. And looking at things right now, pages are no longer the smallest unit of competition, but sections are. So each block of content now needs to stand on its own existence and try to answer in one intent clearly, and at the same time survive outside the page context. Now, if we look at, so can we say that long form content does not matter? No, it does. Long form content still matters, but only when it's intentionally modular as well. So yeah.
No, fantastic point. And yes, I know the debate around passage level optimization uh, will need a separate topic in itself, but there's a lot of uh, signal and noise both going in that particular part of the optimization sequence within the SEO industry. And it is very important because there is a lot of entity relationships and etc. that needs to be defined around it. lovely subject if you're interested to get into. I've been kind of researching on the entire entity relationship, uh, trying to put few things together when I can. But it's a lovely topic to get into. Hey Isha, good to see you. Little late, but still here. So thank you so much. Okay, let us get moving, right? In terms of changing the gears into from optimization to measurement and attribution, favorite subject of mine, because end of the day, all of us want all the good things to be attributed to us, right? Uh, but when the clicks are disappearing, what outcomes should SEO guys be measured against? Because the moment you say, okay, oh, well, we are getting discovered on LMs, the PR guys will say, yes, we published 10 links or 10 whatever, right? 10 publications. How do we measure the SEO guys now?
Oh, that's a $1 million question. And yeah, I'll just share my 2 cents before Isha and Deepak can share their thoughts as well. Uh, Things for modern SEO should be measured considering influence, um, uh, the I would say a lot of interpretation and discovery part through the synthesized answers. But all of this includes multiple different facets of modern SEO, brand recall, um, the overall downstream conversions or content citation, demand generation. So these are some of the modern facets, but obviously sessions had no more part of modern SEO KPIs. Uh, and I would say clicks were a convenient proxy after sessions back in the day, but uh, those also became vanity metrics. I think so post COVID, and never showed the real outcome because most of the SEO agencies were betting on the traffic they were driving to a particular client's website. Now we are in the serious game. Like the backward calculation has started. Like, what's the revenue? How do we get it? So here we are.
Perfect. Isha, I know you don't want to reveal how you measure your team, but just a general gyan in terms of what has changed, right? And how do you really measure? The backward calculation has started, like. Sorry, yeah. How do you measure the SEOs now?
I think Parth. I mean, the way Parth started, it's actually a $1 million question. Even the answer is something which I am trying to find from past couple of weeks now. So one change which we made in our personal reports when to our clients is that previously we used to just showcase. So of course impressions and clicks were one matrix, but apart from that, in analytics we used to just showcase organic uh, search traffic per se. Now what we have started showcasing is an attribute and telling them that everything non-paid is actually attributed to search. So now we are educating clients saying that you can't just say that this search traffic is SEO traffic. Even the traffic which is coming direct, the traffic which is coming from referral, anything which is non-paid is now getting like is actually now what we are contributing to organic. The reason which the way we are educating them also is that in terms of SEO, all the content on the website pieces which has been created and it's been shared across the platforms is created organically. So if you're measuring an organic growth, it has to be holistic. It is not just search as one matrix. So that's the only way which we are right now showcasing. And of course, like project to project, where if it is an e-commerce, then revenue from these sources, and if it is an B2B, then leads coming from all of these sources is also what we are trying to showcase. uh, Having said that, the other matrix, which previously was like a game changer to showcase them, that how rankings were performing, which are our impressions, clicks, the visibility, is something which we are still struggling, because still struggling. I think most of the tools are right now also not able to create, like we're not able to create any sense out of it, that what they are showing and why they are showing and how they are calculating it, because it's becoming very difficult just to rely on impressions and clicks. I think from my December reports, I have specifically added few educational slides for my clients, telling them that we should no more talk about impressions, clicks. We should not no more talk about our goal centric to any of these metrics. We should think of overall visibility, where we should just where I also told them that we are also figuring it out, because till date there is no tool which can tell you that how much traffic you are getting from AI visibility. uh, I still haven't created any internal dashboards who can ideally uh, track the complete user journey. This is something maybe would be my next step, to understand how the users are reacting, how the user journey is happening, and how it should be attributed to. But this is a change which we have done.
Fantastic. And but again, I wanted to also bring in the point in terms of how would we measure our teams, because and the reason I asked that is, so far, even uh, while I'm lucky to be on the branch side, and I don't measure them on, say, discovery at the LLMs as one of the KPIs, because I know they can't manage to do it just right now. So what are some of those factors that are playing a role in your making it their appraisal
So
decision? Yeah.
So I think, Malhar, in from the brand and the agency side, this is slightly different. I mean, I think in from the brand side, you might have to measure your teams, because your overall performance is going to be divided between the salary which you are paying. But from agency perspective, our ROIs are very different. How many projects per team per person is handling is ideally able to give us a different picture. So it's for us, it is very different compared to from the brand side.
Yeah, I think so. I'll speak from a brand side. If someone is building an SEO team, or uh, if someone is looking to add a person, and if we are thinking that, hey, what should be what should be the qualities, what should be the KPIs that I should configure in a way to make this particular SEO team successful. I think so. As SEO is transitioning into this modern facets, I think so. Uh, the basics are getting more and more important. So I think so. Systems thinking, clear writing, understanding the business, like the overall business context, matters more than hacks or tactics, because hacks and tactics can be retrieved using AI. Um, now, everything around AI. So, if he or she understands how AI retrieves information, and while all of that is happening, how the target audience, how the users make their decisions, and how brands earn trust, that will probably outlast any algorithm updates, because now we know that we have updates on AI systems as well, not just the search engines. The playbooks will keep changing, but I think so. The first principles, the skill to understand your target audience, two level deeper is required at the moment.
Super, fair point. Deepak?
Sorry, I was not able to catch up the question.
No. So the question was like, how are we going to measure uh, SEO performances, SEO person's performance in today's age?
Very interesting and I would say complicated question.
Question.
Um,
ठीक है.
क्या
ये डरावना क्वेश्चन नहीं है तब तक ठीक है.
it is to some extent because metrics have changed completely, like traffic, clicks, impressions. We are not getting anything. Today I was preparing a report for my client, and I just uh, put the dates, compared 2025 and 2024. We were 80% down as compared to 2024. So metrics are changing, but I think Isa has added an interesting point here, that any traffic or conversion coming apart from paid ads should be attributed to search or SEO. I would agree with. I would go with that point.
Super brilliant point. So I'll take up this final one, and because if we had to redefine SEO in probably one sentence today, what could that be? What is your definition of an SEO professional today?
I think so. It's branding, branding, branding. So I would say like now the SEO playbook, the newer playbook will have a lot of dependence on branding. So being an SEO, ensuring that a brand is accurately represented, it's discoverable, and the brand is trusted across human and machine driven discovery systems. That's SEO in one sentence. Not one sentence, but multiple sentences.
No problem. Isha, Deepak, just one sentence if possible. I don't know if it's possible.
Search, search and discover everywhere optimization.
Nice one. Isha?
Sorry, I just missed the question. You're saying one sentence to define SEO.
Yes, the SEO professional's role today.
Oh, the SEO professionals' roles today.
Yeah.
Let's say one word: magician.
One word, नहीं, one sentence. इतना discount.
नहीं, मुझे लगा मतलब they are now magicians. So they are okay. So if one sentence for the SEO professional,
I would say
I'll go. Yeah.
from an individual magician to a circus manager.
Yeah. So yes, you can say that. But on a serious note, SEO professionals with now. So in one sentence would be brand custodians and audience insight researchers.
Okay, I'll flip the question and say, imagine you are interviewing an SEO professional. What are you looking for?
Understanding and ability to learn, curiosity and ability to learn things quickly.
Fantastic.
I mean, I think we have stopped. I mean, I personally have stopped looking for experience. For me, what I'm looking for people is curiosity, adaptability, and logical reasoning. I mean, I've literally started taking that. A bit of an IQ is what we expect.
We are hiring Loki.
Oh yeah. But
Who is holding all the timelines together.
oh yes, absolutely. But just imagine you are
Yeah,
hiring, you're looking for.
I think so. Who has a good knack of understanding multiple different systems that uh, communicate with each other. Um, Obviously, now there'll be a lot of like a lot of functions, a lot of teams and parties involved for a successful SEO campaign. Obviously, SEOs cannot own all of them, but being an SEO, the role of SEO would be to kind of absorb multiple different platforms volatility and kind of translate it into a strategy. So again, earlier we used to say that SEO is an execution problem, but now it's like uh, it's in uh, kind of dissected into systems and strategy. Execution is not the responsibility of SEOs anymore because not many functions are there. So a very heavy lifter, very much into operations guy, and then yeah, SEOs can probably delegate it to an operations guy and try to connect all the systems together.
So are we looking at someone who is jack of all, master of none, probably, or master of one, right? So, but it still needs to be a jack of all, he or she.
Um, I think so. It goes back to the first principles and fundamentals, and then logical and clear thinking and understanding. Like spend as much time. I would say time is not much required because of AI, but yeah, try to spend more efforts into understanding the target audience. Yeah, earlier software engineers, product designers would the PMs would spend a lot of time understanding the software flow. They had to go through the jobs to be done exercise, but now SEOs need to do that. Understand uh, what are the workflows, what are the multiple different platforms involved before someone discovers a brand and takes decision. Yeah, all of that. Yes, Deepak.
Uh, Malhar bhai, sorry to interrupt. I have requested to join the group. Please accept.
Oh, definitely. Which, yeah.
Okay. So coming back to Malhari, your question, I think one thing which we are answering wrong. I won't say wrong, but I think one thing which we are maybe interpreting wrong is that SEO no more is one person's job. So we should stop thinking or putting up that or expecting that one person will be able to take care of everything. So rather than that, we should think of that SEO as one service. What are the different breakdown things which a person or is needed? So it's like a complete team. Uh, Previously what used to happen is that we used to have one person who's basically integrated to the content team, to the marketing team, to the performance team and all. Now I would say that the now this is basically from the brand side, and this is what I educate to my clients as well, that when you are creating your marketing team, you should not think of people who are platform oriented. You should think of people who are market oriented, who should understand your marketing, because platform is a subset. So that is platform is today you have something, tomorrow it could be another part of it. So even right now when we are evaluating SEO, I think we're going very generic. Rather than that, we should first think of what exactly what is our need in our team of that particular person. Are we looking for someone who should be more uh, whose job is just to ensure that the visibility of the brand on the referral side is there? Then we need that curiosity person, internet explorer, somebody who can crack through it. If we are looking for someone from the technical side, then we need someone who has an eye of uh, understanding the structured and the technicality of the domain. So it's no more one person and expecting everything from that.
Fantastic. Uh, yes, got it. And I guess that was the last uh, part of the question today. But wonderful to have you guys, and wonderful to listen to your insights. It adds a lot of value. Just a quick reminder that we will be coming up with the SEO trends report by end of this week. It has been taking a while just to aggregate all the content that we have received, but it is near the finalization stage. Second is we are also opening up the SEO Talkers website for any tools or SEO tools that you would like to mention, talk about it, have some offerings around it, or if you know certain tools which can add a lot of value to the community, feel free to refer. And there is also the WhatsApp community that we have, where we keep on posting some of the interesting stuff that is happening across the industry. So keep slaying, keep doing all the good work, and thanks for being around, sharing your thoughts as always. See you next Monday with yet another topic and an interesting conversation across the week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.